My bad haircut experience. One thing before we get into this, got a gaming chair. It's a AA gaming. My aunt Shelly gave this to me because apparently she just had it lying around, and I mentioned that I don't have a chair because mine broke. Anyways, I don't get into the lore behind that. This chair, you might have noticed it before. Actually, no, you definitely haven't. But that baby right there. I was playing Fortnite. Don't even know why I was playing Fortnite. Game sucks balls. And I hit the craziest clip of all time. This shit was fucking phase worthy. Not even a good comparison. Phase sucks ball sack nowadays. Excuse me. Okay, I thought I had the burp again. Sorry about that. I did have to burp again. So, when I hit this clip, I leaned back in my chair. I was just like, pretending to get Charlie. I look like the fucking soy jack. That's what I look like. And the chair just broke. My friend was. It was. I was having. It was. Remember that video, August 25th, 2025? It was during that sleepover. Fucking funniest thing ever. I still have the broken half of it in my laundry hamper. It's just chilling right in there. I've cut myself multiple times on that chair because that thing's a goddamn hazard. Alright, anyways, enough talking about the useless fucking chair. Let's get into the actual story. So, I got this haircut on January 18th, 2025. It is December 2nd, 2025, as I'm recording this video. I remember the exact goddamn day because this is the day that my social life fucking collapsed all around me. Alright, so, let me set the scene. I go to a place called the Man Shop, right? And it's a barbershop, the chain barbershop, kind of like Supercuts, but I don't know. It's supposed to be like conservative. I guess it's the best way to say it. So I go there. I ask for maybe about well, my hair was about that long, and I asked for about an inch and a half off the top, and then about maybe 3/4 of an inch off the side with a small fade. That's kind of a weird cut, but with my shaped head and this low-key kind of double chin that I have going on here, it works. And I don't know what they did. I don't know how they did it. I don't know why they did it. But somehow I ended up walking out of that bitch looking like fucking Flock from Attack on Titan. If you know, you know, dude. I looked like a fucking eggplant. Not to mention, my brother gets almost the exact same haircut as me because me and him have very similar shaped heads, so it works on him. He's about a year younger than me, but with red hair. And he walks out perfectly fucking fine. Meanwhile, I looked like a literal piece of garlic. Alright, so I get into the car and I am fucking fuming. And my mother, my dear old mother's just like, sweetie, you look fine. Don't destroy the car. And I'm just like, mother, I look like a 5-year-old boy's flaccid penis. Alright, that's what I look like. So I get home and I make a fucking declaration of war. I say I am never going back there. I would rather have a Donald Duck, Shadow the Hedgehog, and a Teletubby take turns aggressively anal raping me until I die of either dehydration or exhaustion, and then take the fattest, steamiest, stinkiest, juiciest dump right in my dead mouth. That's what would rather happen to me than go back there. Alright. So, and you might be wondering, oh, Brandon, why don't you just get your haircut at, like, Supercuts or something? That's not an option, because I live in the middle of East McBumble ass cheeks. That is not an option. I also could get a haircut from my parents, but that's also not really an option, because my parents, every single time they've ever given me a haircut, in my entire goddamn life, they just do a fucking buzz cut. They don't even ask my permission. They just sit me down in the chair, come on, sweetie, grab the razor, Alright, and I come out looking like the fucking bald guy from Game of Thrones. And I'm rightfully just like, yo, Dad, what the fuck did you just do to me? And he's just like, you're fine. Bitch, I look like a fucking Holocaust victim. I look like the South Park boys after they were inducted into David Blaine's magic cult. Alright, and for some reason, they try and justify it. I don't know why. You also might, notice in some of my older videos, I have a beanie on. And that's because, once again, I looked like a fucking eggplant. I looked like a pumpkin. I can name as many vegetables as I want for comparisons. That's what I looked like. I looked like that headstock. The brown one. The dark brown one. The ovation. Why am I keep pointing? You know which one. That's what I looked like. Anyways, that's why my hair is so long now. Because I'm just, like, not getting my hair cut as, like, a form of protest. And also, I just don't really have another option. Because, once again, I live in the middle of East McBumble fucking ass cheeks. So, that's, I think that's about it. I've recorded this many times because I keep missing fucking bullet points. Because I don't do bullet points because, I don't know, I'm too goddamn lazy. So, I think that's about it. So, yeah.